What's good, YouTube? This your boy, Mr. YG82, coming at y'all with not a deck profile, but another discussion video. This time I'm going to be talking about the engines that you can play with trains that have synergy. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that notification bell, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first engine I'm going to talk about is going to be the righty-lefty driver combo. So this is probably one of the more consistent combos that you would play going first, just off the simple fact that with this guy over here, you can actually chain block because they both meet trigger at the same time. So on normal summon. So they both trigger at the same time, which means you can actually stack those chain links. Unlike the OCG, where your opponent can respond in between each card activation, and the TCG, you can actually chain block since they both meet trigger at the same time. So that kind of adds that consistency and make sure that you're actually going to bring out that monster from the deck. And then you can actually go straight into Herald or whatever the case may be. So it's definitely a great card to play. You can either get a negate out, you can go into needle fiber combos, or you can just, build a board and put out some really big monsters. So I definitely like this one. The next one, pretty much the same thing, a little different, and that's going to be your Desbots. So I put two up there because I actually do have a combo I'll show you guys later where you can actually end on some amazing things like these two guys right here. So just with these two cards, Desbot 3 and Duracrane. So I'll show you guys that closer to the end of the video. But with this one, same thing applies. You can chain block, and the Desbot with Auroradon is ridiculous, needless to say. But we'll continue. The next one is a bigger engine. Probably one of the best cards that we're gonna play in the train deck forever, and that's Citadel. I like Fortress. I actually like to play both because if you draw the Citadel, you can just use Fortress and then pitch Citadel to get back Fortress later on during your combo. But of course, you got the whole package that you kind of have to play. I actually included the trap card because the trap card is actually pretty good. Even because everybody's playing Citadel, so I think the trap card is actually pretty good because you can just two-drop Citadel or any of the other ones that you might need at that given time. So I definitely like this engine as a whole. I've tried it. I've had success with it, but I would say that Citadel and Fortress are probably the only two I actually really like to play because unless I'm playing Gamma, like, a lot of this can get stopped, especially when you try to search, because you already have a lot of cards to have to discard, and adding more cards to discard is really tough for me because it's just like you're negging if you get that Ash and don't have the Gamma. So you don't have that many cards to pitch, and I understand, like, our combo's like 1 or 2 cards, but pitching and getting Ash, and then you got to pitch again for field spell, and like, if they stop that last play with their negate or whatever, you're pretty much done. Some people, somebody in the comments is telling me I should have put this in the last video, but the Kaiju package, I only put these up there. I didn't put all of them because I didn't want to have a whole bunch of cards on the screen. But the Gizakirin is probably the best Kaiju, especially with 3 tactical talents and stuff like that running around, where you can bait a negate or something, and then Kaiju the other one, and then take back your Gizakirin and make your exceed plays and stuff like that. And of course, Slumber, just pure board wipe. They have to negate it. You got the Kaiju to back it up, drop the Kaiju. So the Kaiju package is really good. The other Kaiju that I like to run is the Wind one. Like, everybody likes Gamecill because it's the weakest, but the Wind one is actually more versatile for the simple fact of the Wind Lock is in the format. You have the Dinos that can do it. You have Tri-Brigades that can do it. But Tri-Brigades is not big right now, but trust and believe, after the ban list, Tribe are more than likely going to be another contender in the format. So just kind of keep that in the back of your mind. Get your win kaijus now. All right, next up, the Shaddoll engine. So with the Shadolls, I've actually played this and got pretty good success at the regionals and at a regional level and at YCS level. And I must say, just dropping Shaddoll fusion with Dragon popping the back row and then triggering off her Duracrane is so amazing because it gives you that much advantage, and then you haven't even normal summoned yet, so you still have a lot of resource in your hand. You literally use 2 cards in your hand and you can possibly clear their board. It's probably even better now with stuff like Virtual World because you can actually bypass the whole stuff getting banished. Like, yeah, you'll lose your fusion, but the stuff you dump from deck will still go to the grave because it's only banishing cards from the field. So Exceed materials, cards sent from the hand or deck still actually go to the graveyard. So this is actually pretty good. All right, so the next engine, pretty big as well, and that's the Infinitrax. I only grabbed a couple for the video, but, and of course you got the boss monster. So with this one, I actually like it too as well. The main ones I played was the Anchor Drill because it meets that requirements for a switch yard, but it's overall a good engine. I know a lot of people swear by it, but as far as like this one, I haven't really wrapped my head around playing the entire engine. Goliath is amazing, and Anchor Drill, that's probably the most I've played. I've tried the Harvester, of course Mega Clops goes on other decks, but as far as this one right here, I don't know. Maybe I need to test with it more, but the Infinitrack engine is really good, and it does a lot for the deck. So we'll see, you know, if it gets better in the future. But as far as right now, I just can't really see myself playing that. All right, so let's go ahead and go right into the combo portion of the video, and I'm gonna show you guys how these 2 cards can turn into these 2 cards. So let's go ahead and get started. So first, you're gonna summon your Despot 3, chain Duracrane. So chain 1, chain 2. You're gonna special this guy out. Then you're gonna special your Despot 1 from your deck. From there, you're going to link summon, make your Needle Fiber. Yep, it's a Needle Fiber combo. All right, from there, Needle Fiber is gonna special you another Despot. Actually, sorry, instead of Despot, you're gonna actually special the Anchor Drill. So Junk Anchor, I said Anchor Drill because I'm thinking about Infinitrack. So you can summon Junk Anchor. So you're gonna leave Junk Anchor on the board, and then you're going to link those 2 off, make your Auroradon, and then you're gonna special your tokens. So you're gonna get 1, 2, 3 tokens. From here, you go ahead and synchro, make your synchro 8, which is gonna be your Road Warrior. You're gonna use Road Warrior's effect to special Cyberstein. That's how you're gonna get your Nasiri Xerio, but you're not gonna do that just yet. So I actually missed a step, but you're supposed to special back your Despot. So yeah, Despot would have came out with the token, so make sure you guys don't miss that step. Despot comes back because he's very important, because that's how you can get your draw 1. So you can synchro these 2 to your 9, your first 9, and you're gonna make Croc. You're gonna draw a card. Now you can go ahead and pay your 5K, get your Exterio out, put that there. And then to get your other 9, you're gonna banish these 3 and special Trishula. So now you have your 2 9s in your Exterio, so you're gonna overlay those and you make your Calamities. So kind of misplayed a little bit with the despot, but just make sure you guys remember the special despot. So you only have to play two, I guess you can say, bricks in your deck. And that's going to be these two guys. But just remember, there's only two cards in the main deck that you're adding, and that's these two. Everything else is coming straight out of the extra deck. That's if you're playing the Despot engine. So that's a little cheesy combo. Probably won't get hit on the next list because Needle Fiber's not getting hit. So just keep that in mind when you're playing at locals and stuff. Just have fun. And this is my Mr. YG82 signing out.